The first sentence of the Declaration of Independence begins, "When, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, they assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them." In 1776, Thomas Jefferson defined America's one people in terms of three shining ideas: liberty, equality, and government by consent. But after the new Constitution was drafted in 1787, Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton began a heated debate about the meaning of the phrase. Jefferson believed in local self-government and state sovereignty. Hamilton believed in the Union and national sovereignty. For Jefferson, the growth of centralized power threatened liberty. For Hamilton, a vigorous national government could help secure liberty. Jefferson was determined to expand democracy. Hamilton viewed democracy as a turbulent force to be filtered and checked. Jefferson construed the Constitution strictly to limit federal power. Hamilton construed the Constitution liberally to expand federal power. Their competing views came to a head in the debates over nullification and secession. In 1798, Jefferson wrote, "The several states who formed the Constitution, being sovereign and independent, have the unquestionable right to judge of its infraction, and a nullification by those sovereignties of all unauthorized acts done under color of that instrument is the rightful remedy." The great nationalists Hamilton, George Washington, John Jay, James Wilson, and John Marshall disagreed. In his farewell address, drafted by Hamilton, Washington had expressed hope that the unity of government, which constitutes you as one people, claims your vigilant care and guardianship as a main pillar of your real independence, of your peace, safety, freedom, and happiness. In Federalist No. 2, John Jay emphasized that one people had created the Union. "To all general purposes, we have uniformly been one people. As a nation, we have made peace and war, vanquished our common enemies, formed alliances, and made treaties." On the Supreme Court, Chief Justice John Marshall wrote, "In war, we are one people. In making peace, we are one people. In all commercial regulations, we are one and the same people." In 1830, on the floor of Congress, Daniel Webster insisted that South Carolina's attempt to nullify the hated Tariff of Abominations was unconstitutional because the Constitution was not a compact between sovereign states, as Jefferson claimed, but a nationalist document ratified in the name of "We the People of the United States." President Andrew Jackson had been elected to resurrect Jeffersonian democracy and states' rights, and many Democrats expected him to side with South Carolina. But on December 10, 1832, he issued his famous Nullification Proclamation, which declared that the states had no constitutional right to secede from the Union or to nullify federal laws. Because both the Declaration and the Constitution were made in the name of one people, Jackson denied what he called the alleged undivided sovereignty of the states. As a result, any attempt by a state to break what Jackson called the perpetual bond of our Union was an offense against the popular sovereignty of the entire nation. At the end of 1860, South Carolina finally seceded from the Union. On July 4, 1861, defending his decision to meet secession with force, Abraham Lincoln said the crisis presented the question whether a constitutional republic or democracy a government of the people by the same people can or cannot maintain its territorial integrity against its own domestic foes. But which government of the people by the same people was sovereign? By connecting the language of the Declaration and the Constitution, Lincoln sided with Washington, Hamilton, Marshall, and Webster, all of whom insisted that we are one people of the United States. This led, in the Gettysburg Address, to Lincoln's transformational call for a new birth of freedom that would reaffirm the principles of the Declaration and ensure that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. By defining America as a nation founded by one people rather than by sovereign states, Lincoln sided with Hamilton and nationalism. But by making clear that the goal of the new nation was government of, by, and for the people, he sided with Jefferson and democracy. And to synthesize the Hamiltonian means of national union and the Jeffersonian ends of popular government, Lincoln called for a new birth of freedom that ultimately required amendments to the Constitution to end slavery and to give, for the first time, an explicit guarantee of liberty to all. Ever since the Revolution, Hamilton and Jefferson had debated the meaning of the basic principles of the Declaration: equality, liberty, and government by consent. But Lincoln said both the Declaration and the Constitution were based on the principle of liberty to all. Calling the Constitution the frame of silver around the Declaration's apple of gold, he insisted that Hamilton's Constitution should be interpreted in light of Jefferson's Declaration.